Okay, guys, I'm here for the 6th review of the SummerSlam Review Series. This is SummerSlam 1993. Took place on August the 30th, 1993 from the Palace of Auburn Hills in Auburn Hills, Michigan. There are 10 matches on this show, so we have a 50-star maximum total. Now, 1993 through 1995 is a very bad year for the WWE, with 95 being an overall general bad year for pro wrestling. This is the first SummerSlam of the new generation era. The era of the non-old guys all the time. Kinda, sorta thing. Hogan was gone, so we had the Lex Express and Lex Luger being shoved down as the big star of stars. But they booked him at this event to be the single dumbest person on the face of the earth when it comes to a WWE wrestling match. I will get to that in the main event. So, our opening contest, Razor Ramon versus the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. 2-star match. Okay match, 2 stars. DiBiase had offered Razor a job as a domestic, which Razor turned down, and that's what led to this match. It's cut and dry. Razor just turned face, and he beats Ted DiBiase here with the Razor's Edge. So, and I believe this is the last match Ted DiBiase had. I believe this is his last match. I know it's his last pay-per-view match. And I think it also is his last match ever. Now, I could be wrong on that. So, if I am, you can correct me in the comments section if you watch this vid about that. 2 stars. Our next match, WWE Tag Team Championship match. The Steiner Brothers versus the Heavenly Bodies. 2.5 stars. I don't know why in '93 the WWE loved promoting Jim Cornette's Smoky Mountain Wrestling. Maybe it was a thing of maybe it was part of the whole Jim Cornette working for the WWE deal that Smoky Mountain got to be promoted, because here the Heavenly Bodies are having a tag title match, and at Survivor Series 93, one of your 5 matches is a Smoky Mountain Wrestling Championship match, Tag Team Championship match. But like I said, average match, 2.5 stars. The Steiners win. They're wearing blue and gold because of the University of Michigan. Okay match, 2 stars. 2.5 stars. So then we get the match of the night, and it's only a 3-star match, so yeah, it's one of those shows. As it's Shawn Michaels versus Mr. Perfect. And even though this is a match of the night, it's still only a 3-star match. Okay? So, and it doesn't even have a decisive finish as Shawn Michaels wins by countout. Now, I imagine this feud can continue, but Perfect had left right around Survivor Series in '93, and then it resurfaced again in the WWE until I think late '95 or something. So yeah, 3 stars though. The match of the night. So then we get the 1, 2, 3 Kid versus IRS, which IRS was a tremendous great heel gimmick, wasn't it? Because nobody in this country likes to pay taxes, but everyone has to. It's just a way of life. And what a good heel gimmick IRS was, finally telling everyone they were tax cheats. So here you have the 1, 2, 3 Kid in his pay-per-view debut. Good old Shawn Waltman, fresh off the victory over Razor Ramon that catapulted him into the stratosphere of WWE. Then he defeats Ted DiBiase, and here he is facing the other half of Money Incorporated, IRS. And it's an okay match. It's 2.5 stars. IRS wins with a flying clothesline. So then we go downhill a little bit, as we get Bret the Hitman Hart is supposed to face Jerry Lawler, but Jerry Lawler comes out on crutches. He says he has a knee injury from a car accident driving to the building. So he brings out his court jester Doink the Clown. So that leads to Bret Hart versus Doink the Clown, and what is arguably Doink the Clown's most relevant he ever was in the WWE in terms of big name performance. Because this is the biggest name Doink the Clown ever wrestled. This is a 1.5 star match. Bret wins by DQ, and Jerry Lawler hits him with a crutch in the sharpshooter, with Doink in the sharpshooter. And then Jack Tunney says that if Jerry Lawler doesn't come into the ring to face Bret Hart, he will be banned from the WWE for life. So that leads into Bret Hart versus Jerry Lawler. The start of a feud that essentially went 2 years. Yeah, went 2 years. Sure, Lawler and Hart did other things, but they were still feuding with each other for a 2-year stretch. This is a 1-star match. Originally, Bret wins with a sharpshooter, but he refuses to break it, so Lawler wins by DQ. This is supposed to go to the Survivor Series of Bret and his 3 brothers facing Jerry Lawler and his Knights, but Lawler got caught in some kind of a scandal, so he was pulled from the Survivor Series, or something like that. So then we get Marty Jannetty versus Ludvig Borga. Oh, what a... Oi, 1 star. All Ludvig Borga does is punch. That's all he does in this match. Punch, 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 punch. An occasional bear hug. Punch, and then a torture rack gets the win. It's a half a star because, well, I'm being a tad... Because it is, you know, not a complete squash, but it's not great. It's half a star. So, our next match is a Rest in Peace match. So what's a Rest in Peace match? Well, it's essentially a street fight, as there are no countouts, no disqualifications, and you must pin your opponent. It's The Undertaker versus the Giant Gonzalez. Listen, people, for everyone who says the Great Khali is the worst wrestler WWE's ever employed, yeah, the PG era, yes, that is quite true. But this guy, the Giant Gonzalez, is the worst professional wrestler I've ever seen. Everyone who gets criticized about how bad they are all better than this guy, the Giant Gonzalez. And the fact that Undertaker had to work with this guy, who only got a job in pro wrestling because he was a hugely super tall, okay? That's why he got his job in WCW, and that's why the WWE hired him. This is a no-star match. Taker wins with a flying clothesline. Starting a streak up until 96 of 3 guys who probably should not have been in the League of the Undertaker. So our next match, Tatanka and the Smoking Guns versus Bam Bam Bigelow and the Head Shrinkers. Cowboys and Indians together. If this was the Wild West, that would probably be a problem. But this is a okay 6-man. It's 1.5 stars. Head Shrinkers Bam Bam go for a triple headbutt off the top rope. Tatanka moves, and then Tatanka rolls up one of the Head Shrinkers and gets the win. Not a lot happens in a lot of these matches. So then we get the WWE Championship match. Yokozuna versus Lex Luger. Now, it should be known there are 35 minutes left in this show at this point. So what do? Well, they have the Japanese national anthem be sung for some dumb reason, I don't know, and you expect, I don't know. And then you have the American national anthem be sang. Shouldn't this have all been done at the beginning of the show? It makes more sense. And there was also an interview with the driver of the Lex Express before this match started. And for what it is, it's an okay match. 2.5 stars. Yoko was good. He carried Luger to a passable match, but as a face, Luger's never been all that great. WCW did some good stuff with him in '96 when he was wrestling against the NWO as a face, but even they eventually realized he works better as a heel, because Luger did work better as a heel. And here's the biggest thing about this, and I think is why Lex Luger never caught on like the WWE probably wanted, and they were forced to go with Bret Hart for WrestleMania 10. And Yokozuna and Lex Luger had a much better match at WrestleMania 10 anyway, but the finish of this is Lex Luger hits his forearm on Yokozuna, knocks Yokozuna out of the ring, out cold, and Yokozuna is counted out. Meaning Luger wins the match but not the championship. So what do they have Luger do? Lex Luger celebrates like he just won the WWE Championship. Here come the Steiner brothers. Here comes Tatanka. Here comes Randy Savage. There's confetti and balloons coming down from the arena. Now the commentators make it known that he didn't win the title. But the WWE booked him to celebrate like he won the title when it was a count-out victory. And it was his only shot in the storyline. It was his only shot at the title. That's why he was in the 1994 Royal Rumble. So, yeah, this makes Lex Luger look like the biggest moron in the WWE. celebrating a victory like that when you didn't win the championship, which was your goal. And since it was the only shot, I say, why not give it to him here and then have Yoko win it back at WrestleMania, since they had that whole, you know, at WrestleMania, or something like that. Or just have Yoko win it back, like, on Raw in a couple weeks or something, if you didn't trust Luger completely. Because in the storyline, it would have made perfect sense for him to win the title. It's how you would have capped it off. Because you just turned Luger face, you had to cap it off, and he should have won the championship. So this star rating is a 16 out of 50. That makes it a D show. Not a D minus, but not a D plus. It would need to be at least around 19 or 20 to get to the D plus range. So it's a solid D, I guess you could say. So the next pay-per-view is SummerSlam 1994, home of the single greatest steel cage match in the history of the WWE. I will get to that when I review SummerSlam 1994 tomorrow. If you like this video, this will be in the SummerSlam Review Series playlist. If you like the video, like button is down there, subscribe button is down there, and thank you for watching. Bye.